What's going on, guys? Here, Sports Cards coming at you with another video today. First off, I just want to apologize. I have not posted in, 3 or 4 days. Been super busy this week with college work, college classes, and other college activities. So I thought today is a great day. I have some time to bring you guys a new video, and it's going to involve OPTIC football. As you guys saw by the title, I'm going to kind of go through and explain whether I think OPTIC football is a buy right now in terms of singles, packs, etc., like everything around OPTIC football. So first off, OPTIC football is a Donruss. It's a Panini product, but it's Donruss. So there's paper Donruss, and then OPTIC football is the chrome version of the Donruss. And again, you have the big four quarterbacks, Tua, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts as your chasers for the product. But mainly Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow are going to be your chasers with Hurts. Even Jordan Love and Tua in there as potentials. But yeah, Hurts and Burrow for big stuff. So as you guys know, retail is super hard to find. Everybody knows that. And it is not an easy feat it's not easy to find, and also you don't want to pay secondary market pricing for a lot of these boxes because it's really expensive. You guys know I'm mostly into NBA hoops, NBA and NFL. I don't know much about the MLB. But for example, when NBA hoops came out, blaster boxes were going for 100. Now they're down to 50, and I think we started seeing the same thing with OPTIC football. Right when it came out, kind of in the Midwest, when it wasn't on the East or West Coast, less supply, lots of demand. So of course, you are going to have more demand for this OPTIC football. Price is going to be higher. So we saw blaster boxes going for about $120, and even hanger packs going for like $35, $40. And since Donruss OPTIC football has kind of released throughout the rest of the country, we've seen prices kind of go down for blasters. Blasters are like 80 to 100 right now. You can probably get them cheaper as days go on. They're probably going to get cheaper until they kind of reach a flatline price, which I'm not sure what the flatline price is, but there's definitely some sort of flatline price. And hangers you can get for about 20 or 25, which is still very expensive, but prices are on their way down. So I guess we'll start off with packs. Should you buy the dip? In my opinion, no, not yet. Unless you're just opening just to open, and you're not opening to take the gamble. If you're opening to the packs, these OPTIC blasters, the OPTIC hangers, I'm not sure if there's mega boxes. I feel like there's probably mega boxes. I haven't actually researched on that. If you're wanting to open this in hopes of making your money back, I would not touch OPTIC yet. Again, the demand with the lack of supply is really raising the price, and yes, the value of the cards, but I think it's too risky to open a pack. And even if you do pull something that's great in value, the more days you hold on to it, the less it's going to go until these prices start flatlining. So I would stay away from secondary market OPTIC right now. I would not be buying blasters for more than 60 or 65. You can get Prism blasters for about 65, 70, maybe even a little less now. So the fact that Prism is usually over OPTIC in price just in general, whether that's singles or packs, I would not purchase these boxes anywhere over 60 or 65. Try to get them in the 50s, even the 40s when they climb down, because at one point they will climb down. If you're really itching to open some packs and you're not taking for the gamble, you just want to open some OPTIC, then sure, go ahead. But I recommend you just buy singles at that point. So in terms of packs on the secondary market, I would stay away. And if you find stuff in Walmart, Target, buy that right away. That premium stock and probably Prism, but I don't think they're making Prism, at least in Target, if you guys watched my last video. So definitely stay in the know for that, because that's going to be a pretty... that's a pretty great product if you can find some, although there's so many lines at this point that it's really tough to get retail sports cards right now, so especially OPTIC, because everybody's kind of going for the OPTIC, so you'll see. But hey, always worth a try in the wild. So that's kind of it on packs per se, so I think it's a no-go for packs right now. And in terms of singles, I'm kind of split here. I think the singles and just OPTIC market, because it just came out, prices are so high. But if you feel like you can get something for cheap and then flip it within a couple days, I say go for it. Because I think it's still hot, it's still high in demand. It's kind of in that hype period right now. And you guys know me, I'm really against going into any hype because it's super risky. It can pay off big, but if you hold it for too long, then, you can get really hurt with your money. So I usually don't go for the hype, but if you're willing to take a risk, it's a high risk, high reward type thing. If you can try to snipe a Burrow or Herbert, or any of these cards for cheaper than what their market value is right now, you can go for it and then flip within the next 2-3 days when you receive the product. Again, though, it's risky because you have to get it shipped to you. This is if you're buying online. If you're buying in person, I say it's less of a risk, but this one, you're getting it shipped to you each day. Passes, more OPTIC is being ripped, more OPTIC is being sold. So supply is going to be going up, demand is going to be going down, and that is, or no, maybe not demand is going up, but not demand is going down, but supply is going up, which is going to decrease the price. So I would make sure to, recognize that if you're buying singles right now to flip, it's a real risk. Now, again, I feel like, personally, I'm staying away from OPTIC right now because I think we're going to see that really big dip. Again, the hype is going up. It's going to dip. Could flatline. It could start to go up again by the time football season comes out. So I'm thinking the best time to buy OPTIC is probably going to be in June or July, right before the preseason starts, if there is an NFL preseason. And this is going to allow you to kind of let the product dip and then kind of get it when it's kind of going to come back up on the rise when football season starts, because I think in general you can't really go wrong necessarily with football cards right now, and football packs and singles and everything, because it's off season, so everything's lower price. You saw this in basketball, but as we get deeper into this off season, as long as you're staying, as long as the player really isn't in the news or in trade rumors or free agency, then it's kind of a no-brainer to purchase some cards from them. But in terms of OPTIC, again, I'd wait for June, July, because I think it's too risky right now with the amount of hype that there is around it. But I don't think, I think in June or July that's when, again, we're going to start seeing that flatlining, and then it's going to start rising back in August, September, October. And I think October to November is going to be the peak of the NFL card market. So, and Christmas time usually as well. It's just peak for card market in general. So make sure you stay kind of aware of that when buying OPTIC, because it's risky. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's up to you what you want to do. This is just my advice. This is just what I'm doing. I'm staying away from it. I might cop some in June or July because there's still going to be a hype around it, and especially when football season comes back, and they're not making any Prism, and the new Prism isn't dropping. I don't know even if they've announced when no, they can't, because the draft hasn't even happened. So I'm assuming we'll hear release dates for the new Prism when the draft happens, and that's when we're going to see the price of this year's Prism potentially kind of take a hit, and OPTIC will become less popular. So even if you buy in that June or July area, I'd sell during the season, probably earlier, first 8-9 weeks of the season, because as these new release dates come out for these other products, it gets riskier to hold on to older products. Now, one thing I will say before I end off this video is it could be really beneficiary if you do find packs to not open them at all. I think right now, this is Target and Walmart, and even if you want to buy secondary market, this is maybe the only thing I would say for secondary market is if you're buying a box for maybe $70, but you plan to hold on to it for the long term and not open it. I don't think it's like necessarily a bad decision. You can definitely make some improvements there. Again, I would just wait for June, July, even to buy sealed boxes, and then just hold on to them. Because I feel like a lot of this money, if you're going for long term and you're not planning to sell during football season, is to hold on to these boxes, because more boxes are going to be open. There's going to be less supply. It really depends on demand, but I assume there'll still be demand for Herbert, Burrow, etc. So I think you can get a really good deal by holding on to these boxes while not opening them. That's going to do it for me today, guys. I just wanted to make this video and kind of, share my thoughts on Optic. I will be making a video tomorrow. Do not worry. I won't. I got to keep posting every single day. Got to get back on the grind, but, had the week off. But, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I really appreciate all your support. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. We're 250 away, so let's get there, guys. Have a fantastic day. Peace.